You have been in this institution for more than 20 years, and that's a huge number, ma'am. You are head mentor of Sunbeam Varuna, principal of our school, of SID, and there are many other designations attached to your name, ma'am. Ma'am, how did your journey begin with the starting of this institution?
Good morning, everyone. This is my 24th year at Sunbeam. I joined in year 2000 at Sunbeam Anupama, and I joined as a class 3 English teacher, taught even class 5 along with it, took GK in class 8. But it was in year 2000, and by the time it was half-yearly itself, I became the coordinator then of KG section. And Deputy Director ma'am was the principal then of Sunbeam Varuna. And I wasn't much into the kindergarten methodology of teaching. So she was the one who mentored me how to take care of KG section. And in the meanwhile, there was a teacher, English teacher of classes 9 to 12, who unfortunately left. So that was the time, I think that the year I worked the hardest. In the morning, 7 to 12, 12:30, I looked after KG section as a coordinator. Then from 1:30 to 4, I taught English classes 9 to 12. I used to go back home, get ready for the dinner, not prepare, and be back in the school by 7:30 to take master trainer of Intel. Intel was one computer course that was very much in demand that time, and since I became the master trainer, so there were 22 teachers of Anupama whom I used to train in the evening, and it was probably 8:45. I used to leave back from home. And then it continued. In 2003, when the foundation was laid of Sunbeam Varuna, it was Mrs. Rashmi Mohan who was the principal. She was a new entrant to the complete system. And when the management felt, we need someone who is experienced from Sunbeam and knows the system better, then I joined Sunbeam Varuna on 16th of January 2004 as the headmistress of the junior school. But yes, I have been ambitious. Ambition also needs a lot of hard work. Being from the headmistress of junior school, I became the vice principal in 2007. In 2010, I became the senior vice principal. And 2014, then I took over as the principal of Sunbeam School Varuna. And the journey continues. The more you invest yourself into something, the better you receive. That's what I realized in this journey.
Wow, ma'am, that was really an inspirational journey. Ma'am, balancing a lot of roles, being a mother, being a daughter, being a sister, and even being a grandmother. Ma'am, how do you manage all these roles so gracefully?
No, I do manage. That's only managing, not actually carrying forward relationships so beautifully. With the kind of job profile I hold, now 60% I have become a very antisocial person. I don't get time to usually go to my mother's place. My sisters are in the same town here itself. Hardly I go to their places, maybe once in a year, not more than that. We sisters meet on Raksha Bandhan or Holi when everyone is there at mom's place. But yes, since my children, my grandchildren, everyone, we live together, so it's easier for me to be with them. And actually these relations are the stress buster for me. In the evening when you see them, when you play with them, when you dance with them, all the fatigue goes off and then you are rejuvenated for the next day. This is the spirit.
Really, ma'am, family is really a stress buster for everyone. Ma'am, as we all know that you are a reader and a writer, where did this inspiration of reading and writing come to you, and why and how do you suggest the students to inculcate this hobby in themselves? And what type of books like do you suggest the students to read?
With the time, the taste changes. As an adolescent, I used to read Gulshan Dutta, that's a very famous author, Shivani, and many other such authors like Dharamveer Bharti, Hindi classics, and Hindi novels. But as I grew up, I started reading more of fictional, more of adventurous bestseller novels of this thing. But now when it comes for me to reading, I read more of positive mindset, more of inculcating in myself and others, uh, good behavioral examples, staying motivated, talking about excellence, being an achiever. Probably it gives me a lot of inspiration to bring it back to you, to the school, and to my entire team at Sunbeam Varuna. Reading for me, initially, you may not be aware, reading novels wasn't taboo for the young children in the families. When I used to pick up a novel, my sisters and my younger brother used to go and complain to my father, Papa, Didi is reading a novel. So it was actually bad the way we keep on talking about to you all. Keep reading the books, read the novels, read the books, read the literature. That time it was only meant for the people, those who have grown up. So probably that ban, that being prohibited to reading a novel, pushed me and instigated me to steal the novels from anyone's shelf. It was Papa or Nani or anyone's shelf and read the books. But when I got into reading, it became a habit. And the writing, of course, I am a writer, I keep on writing, either it's, of course, Sunbeam has taken away a lot of time. Yes, it has given me so many things along with it. My dedication towards writing literature has reduced. Initially, I used to be on Akashvani. That was in the evening, used to come a program at 5 p.m. U-Vani. That was for the young people, talking about, I had been a part of it. There, I used to write a lot of articles in the Hindi and English newspapers. Now I'm more in writing books. Like 3 books have already been published. It's there with the people, it's there in your library as well. For me, it came as more of expression of my feelings. Because when you reach at a level, when you reach maybe not at the top, I'm not saying I'm at the top, but at a stage, you don't have many friends to share with. I feel I'm at such a platform, at such a level in my journey, that where I have probably no friends at all, I should say, with whom I can share my inner feeling. So it gets translated in the form of writing my feelings, writing what I think of. So whenever I get time, I do sit down to write. And I think the more you read, the better your words will be, the better your expression will be. And of course, you will have your own style of expressing itself in the form of writing, either it's a prose, either it's a poem, or any journal, or even maybe simple diary entries. That helps a lot.
Yes, ma'am, we'll surely, definitely work upon this. Ma'am, I'm really curious to know, and I'm sure everyone is eager to know that how do you structure your time, ma'am, your activities? Basically, how does your ideal fun day looks like outside the school?
Fun day is a dream now. My regular days, I get up at around 4:45. I cook lunch for my family. My husband is there, my son is there, I prepare tiffin for them, for myself, I do my puja, and then yoga is my regular routine at least for 45 minutes. In the school, you know my routine. When I go back, I again prepare something for the evening snacks. I'm more into making dinner. I go for a walk, minimum 5 kilometers every day in the evening. And then, of course, in the evening, getting fresh, taking out some time for myself. I don't take dinner. I don't eat at night. So it becomes, gives me little time, 10 minutes time I get added to me, to my routine. And then before going to sleep, I of course, checking WhatsApp and mail, it's not a work, it's the daily routine. After every 15 minutes it gets checked and I keep on responding. But in the evening, at night before going to bed, of course, I do spend some time seeing Facebook, seeing one or two short reels also. Close the mobile, put the data off, read at least 3-4 pages, and then of course automatically I go to sleep by 11:15. I'm off. That's my daily routine.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing this vision on that one. Ma'am, APJ Abdul Kalam, he once said that the greatest minds of our generation are somewhere sitting at the backbenches. Do you agree with this statement, ma'am? Addition to you, what was your childhood like?
Not easy, not comfortable, not luxurious. Did not stay with my parents, stayed with my grandparents in a small town that is Robertson in Sonbhadra. There may be some borders belonging to Sonbhadra who might be sitting here. So basically I was born and brought up there. It had been tough. In class 9th I got married and then the struggle for study continued. I did my class 10th, 12th, graduation, post-graduation, my BA, my doctorate after my marriage. In the meanwhile, I had my 4 kids who grew up along. My mother had cancer, so I gave my class 10 as a private candidate from UP Board. And of course, the struggle continued and the outcome was beautiful. Kept on motivating myself to become the better version of myself. There were so many people who held my hand all the time, especially our Deputy Director ma'am, who had been the greatest support in my life and had mentored me in such a way that when you speak about the definition of Guru, I always remember of her. And yes, Sunbeam has transformed me into such a strong individual that today I feel like wherever I go, wherever, I will dominate. I'll take it over. And I'm not only very much grateful and proud of Sunbeam as a whole, but yes, the team that works with me, the teachers, those who work with me, probably they may not come at the prima facie and I may get appreciation, but actually they are the ones who build up such environment for the institution to win, for the institution to be applauded. So the beginning was not easy, neither the end would be. But yes, the more content I am, I think, with God's blessing, with Almighty's blessing, with my parents' blessing and the well-wishing of well-wishers, everyone around, I think I had enough. And such a beautiful environment, smiling children, impressive kids sitting in front of me, is the testimony that I have been on the right track.
Ma'am, it has really motivated us. And I'm sure everyone over here now can push their boundaries and work even harder. Okay, so we have finally come to know a little bit about you. Now we'll be moving to the fun part of the interview, that is the rapid fire, where you have to answer the questions really quick. So I seek your permission to begin with it. Okay, ma'am. So the rapid fire starts in 3, 2, 1. Favorite book of all time?
The monk who sold Ferrari.
Favorite Banarsi street food?
All. Rabdi to chaat to kachori sabji jalebi, but I have left everything now.
Favorite subject when you were a student?
English and Hindi both.
Profession if you weren't an educator?
Police officer.
3 words you use to define yourself?
Never say no. Never get tired. Give love and get love.
Your favorite holiday?
Any day when I'm at home.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was my privilege to take your interview, and we have taken a lot from your answers. Ma'am, I request you to share a few words to end this interview on an optimistic note.
Probably the targets that I took when you all were not here. Impression, self-esteem, and benefits. You know, this is my 56th year, after 3.5 years I will retire from this job. But before that, I really want Varuna Sunbeams to be someone, every child to be someone for whom people can vouch for. So these 3 words, I don't know, it is not there written in the book in any this kind of sequence. It's not an amalgamation of my thoughts, or I picked up from any poster, from any school, from my visits. It's probably the culmination of my personal thoughts. Because if you will visit my office someday, it says, think of your words before you speak. Because the kind of words you speak, they become your thoughts. The kind of thought you carry, they become your actions. The kind of actions you take, you become what you want to be. Okay? I might have twisted and torn a few words here and there, but that's the whole meaning of the thought that's written. And I said, if this I have written for me, for the people who come to meet me, what about the children who do not come to meet me on the everyday basis? Or maybe in the whole year you do not come to meet me in my office, you do not enter into my office. So from there, I took out these 3 words to give you forever. Work on your impression. Come to the school beautifully dressed, smartly dressed, confident, with the elegant haircut that people can really vouch for. Wow, how smart this Varuna child is. Self-esteem that you have to create for yourself, that will come. Today if I sit here and talk high about me, and I'm able to share my experiences with you with full confidence like an open book, probably somewhere there is my self-esteem that is stable, that is safe, and that is stronger than required. If I can talk about my childhood, good or bad memories, probably self-esteem is high. And that's what I want you to be. To talk about your failures, to talk about your victories. Stay with your failures. In fact, one step you fail, sky is not going to fall down. Get up, rise, shine again. Your health self-esteem has to be so strong, and of course, benefits. Think before you act. Think of the benefits that you are going to achieve. And the day I will think, I have received all this training and I've been able to give you, imbibe in you impression, self-esteem, and the benefits, I think my dream will come true. That's all for the message for you. Thank you, students from Sunbeam. Thank you, teachers, for making me what I am today. People, those who are sitting here, have been associated, either it's Yaman sir, Nilofa ma'am, Nandita ma'am, Arun sir, Sujata ma'am. बहुत पुराना रिश्ता है हमारा. It is with Sunbeam, will be with Sunbeam, and even outside Sunbeam, we all are going to be connected. There are so many people. Alok sir, and all, when I joined, Alok sir was class 4 EVS teacher at Varuna. Isn't it, sir? And then I used to check the plan and give him teach this way, make the question this way, answer has to be written this way. And people were less, children were less. We used to connect with each other. Those were golden memories as well. But these days are prosperous one, luxurious one. Make benefit from each and every resource that you have. Make benefit from each and every bit of the school that's available for you to use. Thank you.